Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, friends. Good news. It's time to jump into that tense, terrifying, yet always terrific world of the Twilight Zone. And today we'll be watching Season 1, Episode 9, Perchance to Dream. Nothing to it but to do it, friends. First off, if you could do me a huge favor and hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. It greatly helps out a small channel and it allows me to alert you next time it's time to journey to the Twilight Zone. And of course, if there's anything that we do that you would like early or in its full-length format, the link to our Patreon is in the description. And if you're not a fan of Patreon, consider YouTube memberships. You'll get all of our episodes at least a day early. But my dear friends, all of that is then and this is now, and now it's time once again to take a trip to the Twilight Zone as we watch Season 1, Episode 9, Perchance to Dream. Prepare to engage maximum warp reaction. And away we go.
There is a fifth dimension.
Oh my god, I love this. Rod's in great voice, everybody.
To most of them, this hour will be a rest, a pleasant break in the day's routine. To most, but not all. To Edward Hall, time is an enemy.
Edward Hall.
Come is a matter of life and death.
Oh, wow. Is he waiting for somebody? Wow, that's a little disorienting. Or is he sick? Are we supposed to be feeling that way too?
Hey, mister. What's the matter? You sick?
Christ, the guy was being nice. He could at least be like, no, man, I'm all right. Or, yeah, I am. Or, I was pushed past you after you were being a good Samaritan.
Go right in.
What's up with this guy?
What's the matter? Are you ill?
No. I'm just tired.
Well, you better rest. Over here, Mr. Hall.
Okay, so psychiatrists? He must really be tired.
I thought you said you were tired.
I am. I'm the tiredest man in the world.
Then sleep, dude.
I've been awake 87 hours.
What?
I mustn't go to sleep because if I do, I'll never wake up.
Why?
You sure you're a psychiatrist?
Why do you ask?
I don't know. I guess I expected something different.
Like an old man with a white beard and a German accent?
Maybe.
Now, feel more comfortable?
Look, Doctor,
Let me blow the smoke in your face.
I'm just wasting your time.
You sure of that?
Yeah.
Why'd you come to me?
Well, it was Fred Jackson's idea.
Fred Jackson?
Age 35, occupation draftsman, single, heart condition, no history of mental disease.
Heart condition?
Now, you want to tell me the rest?
No, forget it.
Oh, thanks for stopping by.
Sometimes running away is the best answer. But I don't know that yours is that sort of problem. Maybe it is and maybe it isn't.
Thanks for nothing. That statement had no point.
I don't promise anything.
Okay. Okay, it doesn't make any difference.
Maybe it'll just keep you awake. How's that?
Can I open this?
Don't lean out too far. Yeah, we checked out that building at the very beginning. I don't like that.
Did you think I'd jump?
You might have.
Not a chance. I want to live. That's my problem.
All right.
Okay, but I'm warning you. You're gonna think I lost my marbles.
Oh.
I'm sure he's heard worse.
Did you ever look at this picture? I mean, really look at it.
I think so. Why?
Has it ever moved?
Wait, what?
No. Not to my knowledge, anyway.
I can make it move. When I was a kid, we had a picture like this in our house. Not the same thing exactly, but pretty close. A boat.
Okay.
She said if I looked at it long enough, it would move. All I had to do was keep looking at it.
Cool shot.
Every time I looked at that boat, the sails would fill and it would begin to dip. I just couldn't stop it. If you think you've got a pain in your arm and there's no physical reason for it, it hurts just the same, doesn't it?
May I have some water? No, it's gin. Okay. Well, may I have some gin? What's that, dude?
How many grains a day?
I don't know. I haven't got much longer anyway. You want to hear the rest or not?
I didn't realize I'd heard any other than you looking at a painting.
But I'd have to take it easy. No strenuous exercise. No long walks. No stairs. No shocks. Avoid any kind of shock, they said.
Any kind of shock.
3 years ago, a woman was killed by a man who was hidden in the back seat of her car. You may have read about it. I did. Anyway, it started me thinking. Maybe somebody was hiding in the back seat of my car. Maybe one night driving over Laurel Canyon, I'd look up in the rearview mirror.
Oh, they're in California.
I had to drive the canyon twice a day. It's a rough road. One slip and you're over the edge.
I used to drive it every day.
Here's the important thing, Doctor. I knew intellectually that I was alone. But I also knew that my imagination could make me see something if I thought about it long enough.
Maybe look at the road, buddy. Woo!
The shock should have killed me. I couldn't survive another one, the doctor said. I could be sure of that.
And has there been another one?
No. But there will be just as soon as I fall asleep.
Why? So this guy's gonna, it's like death by imagination? Well, that sucks.
Remember the adventure serials you used to have in the movie theaters? It was like that. Every dream was a chapter.
This guy's doing a great job.
I don't know when I fell asleep, but all of a sudden, I wasn't at home anymore. I was at an amusement park.
This is very interesting. Interesting way that they've like composed this and structured it.
Everything warped and twisted out of shape. But it was real, too.
I like the fog around the lens, too.
To be able to see anything standing out there, you've got to get down close. That's the idea right over here, right down close. That's it, friends. I'm not too close. Let's not trample each other.
This is crazy. I like it.
Maya, the cat girl. Come on, baby. We know you're modest, but why should the folks out there take my word for it?
Those were the eyes he saw before in the rearview mirror. The makeup's the same, I think. So this dream's gonna tax his heart. Got it.
I didn't know who the girl was. I'd never seen her before.
Fortunes.
Maya.
Why did you do that?
What, run away?
Run away.
He's trying to save my life.
You didn't find me nice to look at?
Yeah, maybe too nice.
I like this. That lean in and the slightly tilted camera. Really cool.
Are you alone?
Yes?
Like it puts him at a disadvantage. Like it makes it look like she's got like the high ground. I love that.
This is a dream. I'm not here. I'm at home, asleep. And you're part of that dream.
I know that.
She knows that.
Come.
The tilted perspective is really well done. And then they're back to balance. I like it very much.
It's dark inside. Soft and cool and dark. Please.
How can I argue with a dream?
I don't know, but this dream could kill you. Get that heart racing. I mean, for multiple reasons. I mean, I guess the insinuation there that I just made was that it was like romantically racing. I'm saying stuff like this, like a shock, like a turnaround, a surprise. I mean, hell, that could kill him, right? The tilted camera is really cool. That's my favorite part about the episode so far. Look at that. Ah, the shadow and shape is so well
I've
done.
been expecting you, Mr. Hall.
What?
You can kiss me now.
Was she the... We didn't see the receptionist's face, did we? Yeah, you might want to get out of here, man. This is what I was talking about.
And you woke up then, hmm?
Yes. My heart was beating fast. I had to lie still for an hour waiting for it to settle down. The next night, I put off going to sleep until 1 o'clock. But it didn't matter. The dream was out of control. I was back in the amusement park. Get away from me.
There's nothing to be afraid of, Edward. It's only a dream.
I've got a heart condition. I can't stand all this excitement.
Now you can do all the things you can't do when you're awake.
That's not true. The doctor said...
Look, Edward.
Okay, that shouldn't excite him.
Come on.
She's doing a great job, too.
Even though I knew exactly what it would mean, I had to follow her.
Oh, I love it. I love that, the projected roller coaster.
Hold on, Edward.
Yeah, hold on, since you are not in an appropriate roller coaster car. There's a ton of silence in this episode, as far as no dialogue. Like a ton.
I've got to get out! I've got to get out! Jump, Edward! Jump! Jump, Edward!
Dear God.
And is that it?
Edward, you're in deep, deep, deep shit, bud.
If I go to sleep, I'll go right back to the roller coaster. Maya will reach me. She'll push me. And that'll be the end of me. On the other hand, if I stay awake any longer, the strain will be too much for my heart, and that'll be the end of me. Heads you win, tails I lose.
I wouldn't advise it.
What do you advise, a straight jacket? So long, Doc. You can't do anything more for me.
Who's the receptionist? Can we see her face? Because she said the same thing. We've been expecting you, Mr. Hall. Yep, I knew it!
It's her.
My receptionist? I'm sorry, but her name doesn't happen to be Maya.
Oh.
Oh, Miss Thomas?
Yes, Doctor?
Would you come here, please?
Is he still asleep from the beginning? Yep.
I'm afraid he's dead. When he came in, I told him to sit down, and he did. Less than 2 seconds, he was asleep.
Wow.
Well, I guess there are worse ways to go.
What?
At least he died peacefully.
But she's still the receptionist. Oh, that's so crazy. He's never been there before.
Who's to say which is the greater reality? The one we know or the one in dreams? Between heaven, the sky, the earth, in the Twilight Zone.
Interesting one.
A haunted man and a haunting story called Judgment Night. This ship sails next week, and we hope you'll see it off. Thank you, and good night.
Rod, you are fantastic, dude. You are absolutely directed by Robert Flory. Robert Flory, tip of the cap, really imaginative work. We'll talk about that. All right, everyone, we just finished watching The Twilight Zone, Season 1, Episode 9, Perchance to Dream. And the only thing left to do is talk about it. All right, everyone, we just finished Perchance to Dream, the 9th episode of the very first season of The Twilight Zone. Again, The Twilight Zone is fantastic. You never know what you're going to get. We have different directors, different writers, everybody kind of bringing their take to the fantastical and the tense and the terrifying and everything. And this one was a really interesting kind of, the story was cool. Guy with a heart condition. He was being, his own imagination, presumably, was going to work on him. And the thing, though, that was the twist for me was that was the first time that he had gone to that doctor's office. He had been referred by his doctor, Fred Jackson, and he walked in, and whoever she was, but the Maya representation, I knew it as soon as we've been expecting you, Mr. Hall, and then in the dream, Maya said, we'd been expecting you, Mr. Hall. Very interesting, but again, how did he pull her? I mean, presumably he could have easily pulled her from, oh, I know how they did it. Okay, so it just dawned on my Swiss cheese brain. So he goes in, and any of the things that we had seen, like him talking to the doctor about, you know, all this woman, and, you know, she was in the back seat, and, you know, I saw the eyes, and then the amusement park, all that was already in the dream. So who's to say that any of that ever even happened? And this was all just part of his imagination, fueled by when he saw the receptionist. and immediately planted her into his mind as Maya. None of those earlier dreams probably even happened. As soon as he laid down and fell asleep, it was like his imagination took over. I mean, they presumably could have happened. But again, I think that there's an easy out there for the writer to say, no, he never had a dream about somebody in the back seat, and not really. And he never had a dream about being in an amusement park. All of that was part of this dream where he thought he was in the, and that's why he was able to draw from somebody's face that he had never met before. I love that. At least that's my headcanon for it. I think I think that would be an interesting twist on it too. I think the best part of this episode, though, I think the very, very interesting kind of classic shots for tension inside, done by our director, because goodness gracious, a couple of those shots inside the dream, especially whenever she first came over to him and was talking to him on the bench, they had tilted the camera so he seemed to be at a lower elevation than her, and she seemed above him. And that was an incredibly interesting shot to give denoting power in the conversation, who had it and who didn't. And Maya had it, and she was like lording that over him. Really, really cool way. And, Edward was able to, again, we saw that dynamic appear a couple times. When they were walking together, we were balanced out, but when it was just framed up and focused on the two of them, she was always slightly like elevated. The camera was twisted a little bit towards her side. And I thought that was just so well done. And again, we had like kind of the traditional stuff with like, the fog around the outside, the blur around the outside of the lens to denote, the dreamlike qualities that we were meant to experience. But I really like the roller coaster projector in the back reminded me a little bit of like an Alfred Hitchcock type of stuff. I've seen some Alfred Hitchcock, so for whatever it's worth, it reminded me a bit of that. But I thought it worked really well because it was obviously kind of fake. But again, at the same time, I thought that it captured the dreamlike quality that Edward would have been experiencing. It was really cool. Whenever he was looking around and we were getting like kind of like these atmospheric shots, like some of them actually were looking like they were on a roller coaster taking a shot. And then when it was both of them in there, her laughing and then the projection of the roller coaster behind. Really well done, really imaginative, really a bit terrifying. But the idea that he just came in and died, who's to say anything that happened in that dream was true? You would assume that, he had a heart condition. We would assume that he had like some of these elements of the dream were true, but the entirety of this episode, the vast majority of it was done in a dream state. So at the very least, we have exceptionally suspect narrators in Edward, because Edward might have been telling this dream and, who knows? He said he died right away. Who knows? That's the cool thing about it. A dream can be as long or short, no relation to time, but or like real time. But at the same moment, it begs more questions than it gives answers to. That's for damn sure. But I really appreciated it. Really interesting artistic way to look at it, and an exceptional amount of zero dialogue. You can't say silence. We had atmospheric sounds and music playing and things like that. But, long moments where Maya was just looking at him, or he was like stumbling through the dreamscape, and only whenever we kind of pulled out of the dreamscape and he talked to the doctor did we actually have an exchange of dialogue. But even then, it was limited and clipped. It was really a cool approach to this. I mean, this is like probably like a 10-page script, if that. Another great journey in the Twilight Zone, my friends. A really, really fascinating exploration of both the twisted and the terrifying and the tense, and also of, in my opinion, really imaginative television filmmaking. Television, as far as camera work is concerned, knowing those old cameras that they had, those twist shots and stuff take a lot of setting up for the focus, and the idea that they did that throughout, a tip of the cap, my friends. If you could do me a favor, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. It greatly helps out a small channel, and it allows me to alert you next time it's time for the Twilight Zone. And of course, if there's anything that we do that you would like earlier in its full-length format, the link to our Patreon is in the description. And if you're not a fan of Patreon, consider YouTube memberships. You'll get all of our episodes at least a day early. But all that is then and this is now, my friends, and now, unfortunately, it's time to say goodbye from the Twilight Zone. And normally, with our other series, we like to say goodbye from somewhere within the episode. It's a reward for us as being members of the Greek chorus, members of a vital part of the narrative, because we spread that story and hopefully bring in more people to watch. But with the Twilight Zone, we're doing something a little different. Instead of saying goodbye as a reward from somewhere inside the episode, we're saying goodbye from somewhere as a result of the episode. And so, my friends, I don't know what to tell you, but I know this, that we showed up and we have one of our group therapy sessions. And, boy, oh boy, a lot of things haven't been going our way, so to speak. But now we get here and we see an ambulance and police officer. And as we walk up to the doctor's office, we see them carrying out a shrouded body. And the doctor says, "Come on in." And the receptionist says, "We've been expecting you." Friends, until I expect you at the next tale for the Twilight Zone, Vulcan roll, and I'll see you.